Hey, all you crafting people out there. I wanted to show you another junk journal that I just finished. I'm calling it the Companion of Memories. And the way that my journals seem to be going lately, it is super full. There's actually 212 pages in this one. The cover has material, a vintage playing card inside the doily, some flowers, and then there's 3 different lace trims and another type of lace for a closure. I have magnets in here also, but at the moment they're not holding it shut because I got it too fat. Then on the side we have the tassel with some beads, some strings, some different laces and ribbon. The back again is just material. And this one I made to flip around to close. It measures 6 1/4 by 9 inches long, 5 signatures, and a 2-inch spine. Now I used several different digi-kits for this, so I'm not going to name them off because a lot of them I only used 1 or 2 pieces from the kits. I've got a lot of vintage papers in here. So I think what I'm going to do as I go through this, I'm not going to show every single page since there is 212. I'll show the ones that I did more of the decorating on, and I'll show a few of the plainer ones, but there's not really anything that's totally plain. Okay, so let's get inside. As you can see, it's happy to open. Okay, first off, this is a bookmark. Can be moved any place within the book, and it's weighted down with this little jewel. I'll lay that aside for right now so it doesn't get in our way. This is a card that I found at Tuesday morning, and I just love these. So I put it on here, and there's a little journaling spot. This is from one of the digi kits. There's several different pieces from this kit. I did put, I think, 4 or 5 different lace tabs. This is just some die cutting and some stenciling. This paper in the background is from another digi kit. Now, some of the pages are like this. They're all either have a design or are coffee stained. And the ones that I wanted to leave you plenty of room to journal on, I just put a little stamping or a little butterfly or flower or something like that. This is a page out of a book, and I lined it with coffee paper. Now, this is what I talk about, the plain pages. I've got a lot of pages in here like this. They aren't totally plain, as you can see. But in order for you to have a lot of room to add your own things to it, I had to leave a lot of these just the way that I put them in. So you can either journal right over them, attach photos, however you want to do it. This is a little collage down here. This is some vintage music paper. This is some little cards that I had. I'm kind of like everybody else is saying this year. This is the year I need to de-stash. And it just opens up like that. Another one of the digi-kits. Little stamping. Here I did some stamping and also put on some lace. This is some of my coffee dyed paper with the designs. There's the back side of it. Tuck spot, a little piece of lace, 2 different cards that you can write on, a little more stencil, a library's card over here. This actually has the label and the butterfly attached to it. This one I left totally alone. Okay, there's two pockets over here. Both of them have two cards with butterflies of different colors. This is a pocket. This is a piece of washi tape that I made. Put a little piece of lace and then a large journaling tag. And I did collage on that. There's some more of my coffee dyed paper. And these are pages from the DigiKits again. This is from a nature book that I have. This is parchment paper. I do have some of that in here. I printed one of the DigiKits on a few of those. Okay, this has another little tab, little chain dangle. This is a little tri-fold card that you can write in. And then a collaged book page with some vintage flower paper on it. Some more of my coffee dyeing. This is upholstery fabric. This is vellum paper that I printed on. I'm not sure if you can see that. There, you can see it. Just printed a bunch of fern leaves. Added some leaf vine over here. It's a ribbon. This is some more of my coffee dyed paper, and this one actually has, I think it was copper glimmer that I put in this one. Another stamp, more of the DigiKits, some more stamping and parchment. This is 5 different pockets. Each one has a different type of a tag in it. You can write on the back side of all of them. This one is made out of wood down here. Just a piece of cotton material that I put on and a little piece of lace. This is an envelope. I haven't put anything in it because, like I said, it was getting too fat. But it is the center of this particular signature. This is a paper clip, and on this one, the back side, I just curled around and left it like this, so it slides just right over the paper with no problem. Here's a belly band with another tri-fold. Has one little pocket in it, and the rest is writing space. More digitals. This is some more of the copper and coffee dyed. Same here. Here's another library tag. This is the other side of that vellum. Just put a little butterfly on this one. This is coffee dyed paper, and then I did some beading on it. Little envelope with writing paper in it. This is from a vintage flower book that I have. This one comes with a little angel pin, your guardian angel, and a spot to put it. This one was a pink what was it? Pink shimmer and coffee dyeing. There's another little piece of lace on the digi. This is more coffee and bronze dyeing. And this is just all on white paper. This is painter's masking paper. And I put a piece of washi that I got from England on here. Little tuck spots here and there with Tim Holtz flowers, his little pre-cut ones. So I thought that'd be a good way to destash on those. Again, upholstery material. A couple more pages out of the vintage flower book. This is just a little rosette that I dyed. More coffee paper, and this one had a blue glimmer, but not very much. It almost looks like strings going through it. I don't know if you can see if I move it up closer. It does have a shimmer to it. I don't know if that's showing or not. More stenciling. Center of another signature. Coffee dyed paper. This is a graph paper with a napkin on the back stitched around for journaling. And this is a hidden paper clip. It's decorated like this on this side, and this is the other side. Now I consider this the front side, and on the front side I always cut them shorter. That does make it a little easier to paper clip everything on your page. And you just put the long piece in the back, the short piece up front, and just slide it down. These are so much easier to me to put on than a normal paper clip is. I fight with those all the time. And there's the back side of it on a page. This is some material, faux leather, little envelope, and it does have a couple of tags inside. And then a couple of tags in the pocket. This is one of my marbling experiments, and I die cut a dragonfly out of it. I thought it turned out pretty cute. This is some more of the washi from England, and coffee and bronze dyed paper. Now you can really see the bronze on here. This is the pink and coffee paper. Another tab. This is some of the beads that are in the tassel also. This is from another vintage book, Nature Sketchbook. And this is from a vintage book. The entire book is all documents that they have wrote in and wanted to change before they went into law and things like that. I got a whole book of those. Here's another one of those types of cards that you saw earlier, just a different style. This is a lace with a backing to make it a little bit sturdier. This is another trifold. It was stitched around. It is on just the regular paper and coffee dyed. And it's covered with an envelope. I'm not going to take this little bitty clip off because I took forever to get it on. So that'll be a surprise to whoever wants this book. This is from a vintage tablecloth, and I just have been cutting pieces out to make tuck pockets. Burlap and a flower. Another die cut. This is some ribbon that I just put over the page to give it a little more decoration. This is tracing paper. coffee dyed paper again. This is another book or book page. You have a tuck here, and this one is also an envelope. And it's the center of the, I believe it's the fourth signature. As you can see, the pages are pretty busy already, so that's another reason that I didn't want to do a whole amount to them. Plus, my book was getting too fat to close. Now here's a tuck spot with another flower from that vintage book. Another little envelope. And this one has a double tag with writing space inside. Put a little stamp and stamping on there. Some more of the washi tape from England. This is a flip tab out of some Tim Holtz paper. Vintage music paper. And it was very brittle, so I did double it up and glued it together, and then this is a vintage page out of Nature's Sketchbook with some gauze behind it, and I did a bunch more gluing to make it a lot more sturdy. Here we have another one of Tim Holtz die cut flowers. This is from Nature's Sketchbook also. I left this as a little tuck envelope back here. And the final tab. Another little tuck spot, some more of the vintage flowers, and a little tag. This is some coffee dyed, just plain ledger or tablet paper that the kids use in school. Some more of Tim Holtz flowers. This is another belly band. I did not back it. And then this is what I put in every book that I have up for sale. It has a wax seal that says thank you, and it's got a little something inside for you. Now, if you haven't received one of my books before, this one is available. Just get a hold of me. If you have, thank you very much, and I'd really love to hear how you like them, what you've been doing with them. And if you haven't seen my books before, as soon as I get one finished, I do post it on my YouTube channel, which is Mika's Craftin' Shack. There's some more of that copper paper. So if you haven't joined, we'd be happy to have you. Here's a little bit of beading, some more upholstery, and this one has a little envelope back here that does open and has papers in it. And then this opens up and it has another tag and some more of the vintage paper. There, that one, now I've got the light right. Since I'm almost at the end of the book, wouldn't you know? This is just some ledger paper, and I just printed on the back of it. I thought it turned out pretty neat. Again, just coffee and bronze dyed. Some stenciling. This is another piece of, what was this one? Parchment paper. I just put some washi tape around the sides. And the last page. Back here is out of the Nature's Floral book again. This is a trifold, just some plain paper for journaling. When it folds up like this, these little envelopes all open up and have more journaling pages inside those. This one has a journaling tag. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see those. Okay, there's the journaling tag. There is a little paper in there, I guarantee. I can't reach it. And this one also has some papers in, just for jotting notes or little hidden secrets, passwords, whatever you like. There are magnets here. Like I say, they just won't hold it. This is just covered in lace. So you just push it down a little and then fold it back up and tie it, and it's set to go. It does still have some room for expansion, but like I say, you do have to push it down to do it. So if anybody's interested, hey, just give me a shout out. This is the beads that I was talking about that was inside on that tab. And then this is just a couple of different kinds that I got to go with these rose colors that I put on here. And our bookmark again. Okay, I hope this video didn't take too long. I hope you enjoyed the book. And I will be back hopefully later this week with another book that I've finished. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.